How to make my Jammie Dodger Blondies. One of the best recipes I've ever made. Gooey, perfect, and delicious. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making one of those popular bakes around at the minute, which is Jammie Dodger Blondies. Blondies are something that some people struggle to bake, but I'm going to show you some lovely tips and tricks to get the perfect blondie, and honestly, you'll want to make them over and over again. So let's get baking. When starting your blondies, I always start off with a melted butter, whether you use an actual block butter or baking spread that you've melted down. They both work really well. And then I use a mix of light brown sugar and granulated sugar for the perfect, slightly caramel flavour with sweetness. That's for the perfect blondie. In with my baking spread. My light brown sugar. And my granulated sugar. And then you mix these together until creamy. Once your butter and sugars have been mixed together, they'll be quite creamy, and this is when you add the eggs and vanilla. A lot of people think my blondies are really similar to my cookie bar recipes, but my blondies use 3 eggs, so it's a lot more like basically a plain or white chocolate brownie, and you just need to add 3 eggs and your vanilla and mix again. Once all of your eggs and vanilla are mixed in as well, you then have to add your dry ingredients. It's so important with blondies to use plain flour because you don't want any raising agent, otherwise it's just going to turn out like cake. And I also use a little bit of cornflour for a lovely texture, kind of like the crumbliness of a biscuit, but honestly, it makes them even better. So yeah, once you're ready, add in your dry ingredients and your chocolate chips and mix until smooth. Once your blondie mix is ready, it will be lovely and thick and smooth and perfect. And all you want to do is pour it into your lined tin. I always use a 9-inch square tin because it's the perfect size for any tray bake, and make sure to line it on the sides as well so nothing gets stuck. But once you've poured your blondie mix in, we can then swirl through some jam and add the more important Jammie Dodgers. Once you've swirled your jam in, you get your Jammie Dodgers. I obviously use the classic raspberry ones, but there are so many flavours now, you can use whichever ones you want. But for me, it's a Jammie Dodger per slice, and this tin perfectly fits 16 Jammie Dodgers. Once your blondies are ready to bake, they're just perfect. You can see them all lined up in the tray perfectly. I bake mine at 160 fan because for me it's the perfect temperature, kind of like my brownies. They're the exact same, 25 minutes on the dot. But make sure to keep an eye on your oven because if they're too high, your Jammie Dodgers will start browning a little bit too quickly. But you want to bake them till there's a slight wobble in the middle, and then leave them to cool fully in the tin, and then set them in the fridge for a few hours for the perfect Jammie Dodger Blondie. So yeah, I'm gonna bake mine now. Now they're fresh out the oven, they have a little bit of a wobble in the middle, which is exactly what you're after. So let them cool in the tin and then set them in the fridge until solid. Once they have set in the fridge for a few hours, they are lovely, firm, and just gooey blondies, and you get to basically portion them up and eat them all. If you want, I don't judge, they are amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut them up now and then eat one. So once they're baked, you have gooey and fudgy Jammie Dodger Blondies. And yes, I know you're going to love them just as much as me, but obviously make sure to check out the full recipe in the description box for any other tips and tricks you like and my blog post. Yeah, I hope you love them.